Good morning and welcome to Risk-Based Inspection for Offshore Platform series, chapter 6 in this series. I am Saurabh Kumar, BTech Honors IIT Kharagpur, with 19 years of international experience in the oil and gas offshore industry. So let's begin with this chapter. Now, this chapter covers the overall risk ranking, uh, which we arrive at after the detailed modeling of the likelihood factors and the consequence factors. And the overall risk ranking is more of a qualitative representation of the uh, risk to the structure or a fleet of structures. Now, after each platform has been categorized in terms of likelihood 1 to 5 and consequence A to E, the categories are represented through the risk matrix presented in the following slide to establish the overall risk ranking. The overall rankings are high red, moderate yellow, low green, and insignificant white. So here we have a 5 by 5 risk matrix presenting the overall risk rankings for a offshore platform or a fleet of offshore platforms. The consequence categories are mentioned in the top row, ranging from A to E. A meaning the lowest consequence of due to failure, and E meaning the highest consequence due to failure. The likelihood categories are mentioned in the column on the left, ranging from 1 to 5. 1 meaning the highest likelihood or probability of failure of this platform, and 5 meaning the lowest probability of or likelihood of failure of the platform. So we know that overall risk is a product of consequence and likelihood scores. Uh, so here too, the definition is the same. Uh, the each square in this matrix represents a qualitative product of the consequence category and the likelihood category. So for instance, if we have a consequence category of B and a likelihood category of 2, then the risk is represented by the square in green color, uh, which uh, which means low risk. And for instance, if we have a, consequence category of E and a likelihood category of 3, then it is represented by a red colored square, which means a high risk high risk category, high risk ranking. So the different colors in the risk matrix represent different levels of risk. The red color represents the uh, highest risk value. The yellow represents moderate risk, green represents low risk, and white represents insignificant risk. So that explains this 5 by 5 risk matrix representing the overall risk ranking for the offshore platform or platforms. Now, high consequence is the key, as in the cases of E5, D5, E4, and E3, are medium consequence will be A5, B5, C5, etc. And the low risk applies to the remaining cells. Some category references such as API RP2 SIM have only 3 categories. The structure should be classified into one of the 3 categories: red meaning high risk, yellow meaning medium risk, and green meaning low risk. The other way to manage a platform is to put all the ranking values of a platform as in table 8.27 and divide all of the platforms into 3 categories with an equal number of platforms from red, yellow, and green. For example, if you have 150 platforms, each category will have 50 platforms, and the priority for inspection will follow platforms based on their individual numbers. The qualitative risk assessment method makes it easy to manage a large number of offshore structure platforms. It is very important to highlight that as engineers, we focus on the likelihood of failure. However, company management usually focuses on the business. So the consequence should be in the risk equation. Therefore, if we implement risk categories based on the consequence and the likelihood of failure, the maintenance plan will be business oriented. As in this case, you may spend no money on a platform with high probability of failure, and with a very low consequence cost, you should predict that the platform will fail, which is considered tacitly in this approach. However, if you need to insert a maintenance and inspection plan to prevent any failures, you should rank the platforms by probability of failure only. So figure 8.4 represents a summary for the main stress for structural integrity management system. Now this table represents is another way of representing the risk categories. The likelihood of failure is divided into three categories: low, medium, high, and the consequence of failure on the left is also divided into high, medium, low. And then risk levels are defined as risk level 1, risk level 2, risk level 3, and uh, so that is another way of representing the risk rankings. Now, risk ranking procedure is represented by this diagram. We have the ranking system, then we have the inspection program, we have inspection results, and then we have evaluation. And then this is again fed back into modification of to the ranking data and re-ranking, and then again the cycle continues by feeding it back into the ranking system. Now this is all to be stored in a critical database. So this cylinder essentially represents a database where all this data is stored, and this represents a cycle uh, in which the risk ranking procedure is carried out, and then the modification to risk ranking re-ranking is done, and then the cycle continues.